If you were on the Unfranchise presentation, you know that my name is Phil Guido. I've been an unfranchised owner for 27 years. I've had some great success with the Unfranchise Business. I'm a field vice president, formerly a pharmacist and pharmacy owner. And this is going to be very brief, but look, if you sat through the presentation, or maybe that was the first time, or even the second or the third time, and you're curious about what happens next, I mean, how does this play out? How do you proceed from here, getting your business up and running and into an income producing situation? I'm just going to cover some basics real quick. A lot of this is going to be highlights that you're going to have to talk to the person that you're working with to get the in-depth information. It's going to be that quick, okay? So we call it getting started right. And the first thing is to get your head started right. Get your head in the right place. You may have never owned a business before, or maybe you did, but many people who started unfranchised business never really owned a business before. And other people who have owned businesses, they've been very, very different than this business. And there's a tendency for people to sit back and look at other people's success in the business here and think, I don't know if I could do what they did. I don't know if I could get to that point. I'm not sure if that can be me. I want to assure you it can. I was one of you at one point. I told my story on the Unfranchised Business presentation earlier, how I repeatedly said, no, no, read my lips, no, I am not interested in this unfranchised thing. And even when I did catch on, I was sure that it would turn out to be nothing more than a little bit of pocket change, nothing really remotely resembling a real business. For me, I attended, luckily for me, an event. When I say an event, I mean it was a training event, and there was a group of people there. And I met other people from different walks of life who had varied amounts of time in the business. And everyone was passionate about it, excited about it, and everyone was earning and everyone was growing. And it started to convince me that maybe I can do this. Maybe this could actually work. Maybe it can happen. And it gave me enough to get to the next step and the next step. And I attended another training sometime after that. And I met even more people. And that got me even more confident. And my success just continued to come. I guarantee you can do this if you just focus on it, make it a priority. You can do this around part-time hours, flexible around your schedule, but you have to put in time on what we call result-producing activities with whatever little time you have, and you will get there. So the Unfranchised Business, I got to move this out of my way here, is a systemized approach to creating a profitable and stable retail-driven business. We are focused on moving products to end consumers. The tasks that we teach you as an unfranchised owner have been absolutely time-tested and proven. Over 30 years now, we know how to do this, okay? And it's always evolving, it's always morphing, but this is an ingenious company. The brain trust behind Market America doesn't stand pat. Despite their enormous success, they're always changing it up and looking for new ways and going with the flow and adapting to whatever the world hands us. So fundamentals that all potential unfranchised owners need to implement. And there are fundamentals. When I first started as an unfranchised owner, the analogy that I heard many times was of a football team and Vince Lombardi, the famous Green Bay Packer football coach, who won many championships. And when they asked what he attributed that to, he said that his team was better at blocking and tackling than any other team. It wasn't their playbook. It wasn't their star players. They could just do the fundamentals better than everybody else, right? So before any of you, if you're new, and even if you got a little bit excited about the business after the presentation tonight, we're still going to encourage you to do a trial run. Do a trial run. Don't look to just jump in head over heels. Let's slow it down a little bit and follow the instructions of your business partners, your potential new business partners, on how to give this a trial run over the next 30 or 60 or even 90 days. It could be just a few weeks, but a trial run nevertheless. Um, this is a method that puts you in the position to offer people in your world the opportunity to evaluate this business that you found, to see what they think of it, to offer people the opportunity to try some of the products that we have here, to see if people really are interested in this business, in the products this business has. And in the process of doing that, fixing in your own mind uh, the reality that you can be a success in this business. And you know what? If throughout your trial run you can't generate the interest and no one's interested in the products, well, great. Maybe this is not for you. And you saved yourself the aggravation of getting started and having to close it down. Let's test it out. I mean, it's what any sensible big corporation would do if they were trying a new venture. They would test it out first before they jumped in. And that's all we're teaching you to do with this trial process. So we encourage you to see the Unfranchised Business as many as 3 times during your trial period before you commit to signing your application and agreement and getting your Fast Start Kit. And during that trial period, not only see the presentation at least 3 times, but meet with your partners online, and has to be right now, a number of individuals who you identify as potential candidates. It says here 2 to 4 candidates or more. It could be a lot more. Look, I owned a pharmacy business for 19 years. If I had gone around and talked to all of my friends and my neighbors and my brothers and sister and my cousins and other people I knew and said to them, you should start a pharmacy too, I'm sure I'd get a lot of people look at me and give me a quizzical look like, what? And I'm sure I wouldn't get everybody running to open their own pharmacy with all the complications that has. The point being that just because I owned a pharmacy didn't mean everybody else around me had any desire to own a pharmacy. You're going to find a similar situation here. You're going to get excited about the unfranchise, and rightfully so. It's an incredible business model, an incredible company, and you're going to meet all kinds of people who are having all kinds of success. And you're going to come to the conclusion that you could mirror that success, but you need a few business partners. And guess what? No matter how you see it, you're going to talk to other people out there who their timing is such, just as mine was back in the pharmacy day, where they say no, they're not interested, even though you might think it makes perfect sense to them. So don't fix in your mind just 2 people who you think will be the 2 key winners that drive your business as your 2 business partners, because they may have other things going on in their life now. So it pays to think and put down a plan on paper and expose this business to a number of individuals during that trial period. And as you do that, you will find people whose timing is right, who right now today are looking for a way to generate an additional supplemental income, and you'll have a better chance at success. So uh, each each of you also, if you're evaluating the business and you're going through the trial period, another key part of the trial period is to use that time to try some of our products, especially if there's a certain division of the company: health and nutrition, weight management, website services and social media products, financial services, whatever it is, baby care products, jewelry, cosmetics, whatever you think you might be focused on. Try products and make sure, get other people in your world to try the products and evaluate them for you. This is part of test marketing the business. Once you decide to get started in the business, so you've seen the Unfranchised Business presentation 3 times, you've identified some potential candidates, you and your team, your support team, have visited with some of these potential candidates who you've identified, and your team has helped you share and expose the business to those folks. And you have people now who are interested in this just as you are, and you found some products that you like. You're probably ready at that point. So you've gone through the trial period and you've probably proved to yourself that this is going to work for you. and prove to your business partners that they'd be smart to take you on. So now this document here, the Getting Started Guide, becomes a critical document for you. This is something that you use throughout your first 90 days in the business. We don't have the time in this presentation here to go through it. I'm introducing it to you so that you take the time to ask the person you're working with about this document. The Getting Started Guide consists of a series of systematic actions that when you complete them in a timely manner, you follow the steps and put one foot in front of the other, your business will come together. You'll build a solid foundation to your business, and you'll see it start to grow and take off. Some of the steps are easy. Uh, they're very easy, but you have to continue to do them consistently. Consistency is king. Other steps might be more difficult, and there might even be some small failures along the way, but this is good. This is part of the process. Um, Failure is how we learn, right? So if it was that easy, everyone in the world would own an unfranchised. So it's a business, and business is, any business that can pay you the type of income this business can pay you uh, has its challenges. But look, you can handle this on a limited part-time basis. A lot of people are going to help you. They're going to come out of the woodwork to help you. The company is just all over the place with help with developing tools, videos, audios, merchandising tools, new products, supporting you. So Getting Started Guide helps you get your unfranchised business set with a solid foundation, helps you put together a goal statement. You own a business now, you should set business targets. What do you want to accomplish in the first 90 days, 6 months, 9 months, year, 2 years, 3 years? Where do you want it to grow? Once you have a series of targets you want to hit, now you work with your team to develop a pathway to get there. This is where I want to be a year from now. What do I have to do to get there? And they'll help you build an action plan. And then it's a matter of focusing on the result producing activities and actions that will give you the desired result. Follow-up becomes very key, especially in your early days as an unfranchised owner. So if you're intending to open your unfranchised tonight, this week, next week, if you've already completed the trial run period, whatever the case may be, whenever you're ready to get started, make sure you diligently follow up with your sponsor. That's the person who interested you in the business, and your support team, senior partners. We call them many different things. Those are other individuals who have a vested interest in your success and will love to help you in any way they can to succeed. Make sure you constantly follow up with them. Let them know what's going on in your early days here. What are you having success with? What are you struggling with? What do you want to know? What do you want to learn? What questions do you have? Follow-up is critical. When I started many years ago, there were just one or two individuals who I leaned on for support. And I talked to them every day. The first, I don't know whether it went on 60 days, 90 days, or longer than that. But I mean, every day, even if it was just for a 30-second phone call, I just checked in with them every day to let them know what was going on or to ask a simple question. And I really think that was a huge thing for me. So you want to develop your business. And one key thing that I always ask, if I introduce a new person to this business and I decide to partner with them, and they take me on and we shake hands and we become business partners, they've just opened their unfranchised business, I always ask for a 12-month commitment to this 2 to 3 year plan. I want a 12-month commitment from them that over the next 12 months, on whatever limited part-time basis they have, they will follow my lead and learn these simple result producing activities that I teach them and other people on our team teach them, and that they learn through video and audio training and online virtual training, that they attend some training classes throughout the 12 months. They continue to use Market America products, etc. So I want a 12-month commitment. I don't want to take on a new business partner who in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, or 6 weeks turns around and decides it's not working for them. Because it's not going to be working in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, or 6 weeks. It's a 2 to 3 year plan to really put a solid foundation in place to a business that will continue to produce that income that you're looking for. So it's not going to happen overnight. And 8 to 15 hours is plenty of time. If you have 8 to 15 focused hours, you can handle this. I mentioned training events. We call it the GMTSS, Global Meeting Training and Seminar System. It's a published training calendar planned out throughout the entire year. Every type of training you can imagine is being done online. Most of them have a very small price of admission, a ticket price, as we call it. Could be $5, could be as much as $15. Um, so you want to attend these GMTSS events. We have an audio library that's unbelievable. In the back office, as we call it, unfranchise.com, there's a learning center. You pick on what category it is. What are you trying to do? There's a category called My First 30 Days in the Business. You click on it. There's like a dozen videotapes there by highly successful unfranchise owners teaching you what to do in the first 30 days. The first 90 days in the business. You want more training on retailing, on utilizing your shop.com website, on the shopping annuity, on whatever it is you want. It's all there in the Unfranchised Learning Center. Part of success here is going to be building 2 vertical lines of distribution, 2 teams of unfranchised owners, 2 networks. They're going to develop just like the friend network you have attached to your Facebook group. Most people, you're on Facebook, and there are people attached to you on Facebook called your friends. Are they all your friends? Take a look. You probably don't even know a whole bunch of them. How did they get there? I don't know. People lead to people who lead to people who lead to people. The same thing's going to happen here. So to start that process, we need you to develop a good names list, a list of people in your world who are business minded, who have a circle of influence, who know a lot of people, who have been successful, who manage a lot of people, who may have had experience with a direct sales or network marketing company in the past. These are people who have great contacts. And if you can build a names list like that, this becomes very easy because all you have to do is expose your unfranchised business to the people on your names list with the help of your team and ask them to lead you to the people in their world that they know who right now are looking for something and the timing is right and might be valuable for us to talk to. And that's how you'll easily find incredible business partners. So listen to the instruction they give you on writing up a names list. You're going to work to develop a few repeat reorder customers. If you've ever owned a business before, you've probably had a lot more than 10 customers, right? You wouldn't have been able to stay in business a day or two with only 10 customers. Here, that's all you need. More is better, but if you can just develop 10 or so customers over the next 2 to 3 years who buy a product from you and reorder it on a timely basis, that's all the customers you need to build a highly successful business here, because you duplicate that to your 2 partners who duplicate it to theirs, who duplicate it to theirs. And everybody does a little bit. We're all busy people. We manage a small customer base and we treat those few customers very well. So we're going to teach you how to do that. Something called the basic 5 fundamentals of the business you're going to learn. We'll cover that in just a second. And the Master on Franchise Owner program, I'm going to talk about that in just a second. And of course, converting spending into earning. I'm getting ahead of myself on this bullet list. There's individual slides for these things. So I talked about the goal statement a little bit, so I'll move past that. Here's one way of many ways to start setting goals in the business. What does it take to earn just $300 a month in commissions as a Market America unfranchise owner? Well, pretty simple. You're an unfranchise owner. You know that you have to lead to 2 partners who you select. That's how you activate your business to put it in a position to earn commissions. And if you just take it one more step, help your 2 business partners activate their business, pretty much you're in the driver's seat to $300 a month in commissions. Here, what we see is Kate activated her business with Kevin and Ann. Mark actually didn't activate. He did find Megan and introduced her to the business, and Megan is Mark's business partner. And Megan already led to a business partner of her own. Mark hasn't yet activated, but just because you have three independent unfranchised owners on the left and right, if each of them has a goal to over time develop 10 customers who buy one product that has a BV value of 40 points, and they use 100 BV points themselves, that would total 500 BV points. Or they could have five customers who use 80 BV points. That would be like two isotonics products. Five customers who take a multivitamin and something else. Just that small group there, generating that volume every month would generate $300 a month in commissions. That's a good start. And then if you want to jump to $600 a month in commissions, we can show you what you have to do to get there and so forth. The basic five I mentioned before. Here's the basic five. Developing the right attitude and knowledge to succeed in this business. Attitude and knowledge, understanding what you have in your hand. You have a vehicle here that could change everything for you. Once you understand that, once you get the knowledge, the more you know about this, the more confident you'll get. The more confident you get, the more you'll believe in it, believe in the company, and believe in the fact that you can do it. And the more believable you'll become when you talk to other people. So that's a big part of the basic five. And we talk a lot about that in the basic five training, setting goals and an action plan, part of the basic five, developing those 10 customers. And once you have them, teaching you how to sell your customers more products. It's a lot easier to sell your existing customers more products than it is to keep finding new customers. And we'll teach you that. The prospecting, qualifying, and sponsoring part of the business, part of the basic five. We're going to teach you each one of those steps and how to go about it and how to do it and how to leverage your partners to work with them until you can do it on your own. And then follow up. We call it the ABCs of follow up. Follow up with your customers, follow up with your potential new business partners, and follow up with your new business partners, with your existing team. All part of the basic five. The basic five is a critical training in Market America, and it's one that all unfranchised owners attend several times a year. Several times a year, they go take a basic five training, and it's always a different trainer sharing their experiences and their way and putting their slant on it, and you're constantly learning from them. I still learn through basic five trainings to this day. Pay attention. Be coachable. You're going to hear that a lot. You're going to hear that word a lot. Just be coachable. Be coachable. Open your mind. Listen to what we're saying. Be coachable. Follow the simple steps. Put one foot in front of the other. Stair step your way to success. Have a little urgency about this. You can move fast or you can move slow. You're not in a race here. But I believe it's a lot easier to build this business when you move fast than it is when you move slow. I don't have the time to explain that comment I just made, but I'm just going to tell you, if you put urgency behind this, as if you have to get it done, and you have to get it done in half the time, I think it'll be easier for you to build your business than if you just kind of sit back and let it move slow and let it grow slow. I think it's just going to be harder that way. Be passionate about it. I've learned over all these years that when I talk to people who are potential business partners for me or my team, that the hard work is not so much educating them about the unfranchise, about our products, about how all those boxes and squares work and the BV points and the IBV points and all of that. That's important, but it's nowhere near as important as them seeing the passion and belief I have and enthusiasm I have and my partners have for the business. When they see that, that's something that's contagious that people all want to be a part of. And that is 90% of the battle here. So be passionate about your business. Don't worry about whether you can do it or can't do it, whether you're ready for it, whether you know enough about it or don't know enough about it. Just get excited about it. Be enthusiastic about it. And I think it will come together for you. And be committed. Be committed. Don't make promises and say you'll do this or that and then come up with excuses why it didn't happen. Um, if this is what you're you're in the game now, you said you'd be coachable. Your coach is telling you this, and this has to be done, and you say you're going to get it done. And then if you keep coming back, and I see it all the time, people just get caught up in the everyday rush of life. They get up and they race through every day, and another day goes by, and another day goes by. Just try to do something for your business every day, even if it's small. And that's all it takes. Don't let it go 2 and 3 and 4 days, because then you'll let it go another day and another day and another day. And then this becomes a hobby that you work on if and when you have time. And if you treat this like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. You want to treat this like a business. If you own a business, you don't show up every so often. You don't take 3 or 4 days off because you're not in the mood, because your business won't be around very long. If you owned a business, a different business, a brick and mortar business, you would go to work. And that's all we're asking you to do here is be committed. So how do you know when the timing is right? Um, how do you know when someone else's timing is right? When you're sharing this business with potential business partners, how do you know when the timing is right for them? When they have that urge, that hunger to have something more, when you sense that what you have right now is not enough, there has to be more to life than this. Actually, I think almost everybody out there realizes there has to be more to life than what I have right now today. But it's not everybody out there who is willing to do something to change their circumstances. Well, you are. That's why you're looking at this business. And that's what you should be looking for in other people when you're out there evaluating new potential business partners and sharing this business with them. Look for the people who are hungry, who want change, and who not only want change, but are willing to do something to make a change in their life over the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years and beyond. Um, that's just a little something something. How long did I go there? I went 28 minutes there. I was supposed to talk to you for 15 minutes. So I actually gave you twice as much time as I was supposed to. And it wasn't nearly enough time. There's so much for you to learn and so much for you to get excited about. Congratulations for evaluating the unfranchised business. Stay healthy, stay well. Good luck to you. I hope I meet you somewhere along the line at one of our conventions when the world gets back to normal. Get back to the person who put you on this presentation, and they'll take it from here. You're in good hands. Thanks, and have a good evening.